that's how you create connections. Is you observe how people are behaving, you interact with them where they are, and then you create common ground between where you are and where they are, and that's how relationships are formed. And if you're not doing that, if you are creating interactions based on what you expect to see, you are always going to have a hard time with your interactions. Most of the time you're going to have a hard time. There are going to be some who are already at your level, and so it's not going to be hard at first. It will be harder down the line. But if all you're doing is looking at things from your point of view, yeah, it's going to be very difficult, and it's going to be a lot of trial and error, a lot more error than success. If you are observant in understanding how people behave, and you are looking for the cues that you can use to really create that connection because you want to connect with someone on their level, there's a much higher degree of success that you will have in all of your interactions. And this goes across all cross sections at your work, with friends, with family, with your love interests. Your ability to be observant and to meet people where they are is probably the most vital skill that you can develop.
Yeah. And that's exactly what it is, Jason. And I think with all these words and different things that come out to identify us, we get kind of scared, we get nervous, we want to know if we're this, if we're that, but also, as you said, looking outward to people and meeting them where they're at and knowing, okay, this person may not be the one that I want to be like friends with, but I'm going to treat this person like this, kind, caring, but hands, are up, as far as like, okay, boundaries, because we have to keep our boundaries and make sure that we have make sure ourselves are safe around folks, these days. So but you still come at it knowing, like with me, I don't care what you said about a person. You could destroy their character and say they're neurotic or whatever the case may be. But until I can talk to a person, I don't really gauge that because somebody can be just talking trash, and just trying to trash somebody else, which gives me another clear indication. Okay, I don't need to be around you, right?
And this is another really good point.